Welcome. Today we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about the goal of conflict. When we're in a conflict with our partner, what's our goal? We'll get to that in just a sec. Okay, the goal of conflict. What is our goal? For many of us, the goal is to win, right? You want to convince your partner that you're right, or you want to convince them that they're wrong, or you want to identify how things should be. Well, how should be is according to how you or I think it should be, right? But the goal always seems to revolve around winning in some form or another, whether it's convincing somebody, whether it's having them come to agreement to your side, whether it's having them see the light, right? Whatever it is, our goal usually is to win. Now that makes great sense in certain environments. If you're in the courtroom, it's one particular attorney's job to try to win the case for their client over another. If you're on the sporting field, it's one team's goal to win over the other. But in a relationship, having the goal of winning will most likely, over time, deteriorate a lot of the positive connections in the relationship because we start to put that above the relationship itself, above the value that I contribute to you and that you contribute to me. So what is the goal? What do I think is a great goal for you to have during conflict? Well, check this out. It's going to be an entirely different way of thinking. This video is part of a series that I like to kind of term mindset. We're shifting our mindset, the way we're thinking about something, and then that will translate into a change of behavior. All right, so here we go. The goal of conflict is not to win. It's to listen and understand and convey that you've understood your partner to them. So what a change, right? From winning, I'm not trying to win anymore. My goal is to listen and understand what you have to say as a partner, to listen to your points as honestly as I can, to take in all that information, and then to convey to you that I heard what you had to say, that I understood it. And maybe I didn't. As I convey it back, you'll be like, no, that's not quite right. Here's actually what I meant. We can have a dialogue to where we're finally both on the same page. Because as you can tell, so many arguments often spiral out of control because what was said is not really what was heard. And then we go off a misassumption, we go off misinformation because we didn't hear properly, and it escalates from there. So the first thing is, the goal is to listen and understand, and then convey that understanding so that one, they know we understood them, and two, to receive any feedback we might need that will inform the whole discussion that we're both on the same page and actually did hear the same things. Once that first step is in place, more conversation can take place around the issue at hand. Because what will happen is if you do that to your partner, instead of trying to discount what they had to say, argue with what they had to say, convince them that what they had to say was wrong, if you come into them with an approach where you're listening and understanding and you convey that, their reactivity will stay lower. They will be less defensive because they're not going to feel a counterattack from you. They will have said what they have to say. You will give that back to them. You'll reflect that back that you heard and you understood. Once they feel understood, they can calm down. It deflates any of the aggressiveness and the posturing that can take place. And now they can come back and you can come back with your points. And there can be an exchange of information that's not reactive. That's not going to lead to the frustrated feelings. That's going to stay calmer, be more pleasant, and you can work through the issue and try to find some type of resolution to that issue, regardless of what the issue might be. This process works whether we're trying to decide what color to paint the wall, who should be elected into office, where we should go for dinner, where our vacation plan should be, any number of things. Anything we're discussing where there's a chance that the conversation could spiral, by taking and putting this into place, changing our goal from winning to listening and understanding keeps defensiveness down, reactivity is lower, and real conversation can take place. This isn't the end of the conversation. This is simply the beginning. Starting the conversation in a way that's more likely to lead to ultimate success down the road. Ultimate success being finding a compromise, finding a resolution, or simply being heard, and then our partner will act on what we had to say. If they're doing something that's frustrating to us, bothersome to us in some way, if they've been able to feel heard, understood, and we've done the same, hopefully they might stop that behavior or change it, and we'll have gotten what we need. However we approach it, it's important to start out in a way that increases the likelihood of a good outcome to the conversation. All right, have a great day. That's my tip for today.